tell us a story from your childhood. Wow.
So you grew up in Maryvale, right down the street.
I grew up in Maryville. I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna share a childhood story with you guys, and it just came up to mind since you guys just did this. But I remember I was a little kid, and we lived on 38. Is it 30? Yeah, 35th Avenue in Osborne. And remember, I was 7 years old, and we lived in the most ghetto apartments you could ever think of, like just roaches just crawled everywhere, up and down. But I remember one time I was watching TV as a little kid, and I was eating cereal, and I saw this commercial of this racetrack, like these two cars, kind of, the infomercials and whatnot. I'm like, oh my God, dude! Like it just come up. I'm 7 years old, and I says, I don't know how, but somehow, some way, I'm gonna find a way to get this racetrack. Again, I live in the ghetto. I have no money. And there's no way I was gonna ask my mom for that. I'm one of 7 kids, raised by a single mother. So there's just toys. I never grew up with them. But as a little kid, I've always had ambition. And there is a friend of mine who was an immigrant who lived right down. He was probably about 7 or 8 too. And I said, hey man, did you see that commercial that's come out that came out on TV after cartoon? He's like, yeah man, that racetrack. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, we're gonna find a way to get that racetrack, man. I said, we're gonna just follow my lead. So this is terrible. I don't even know if I should share this, honestly. So I'm 7, 8 years old. I'm probably about 8 years old, and I remember, I was always a kid that had shorts. I was always pretty much naked.
Okay.
I was a kid in the apartments, always walking and doing.
So kind of not much has changed.
Exactly. Well, this. But besides this, I said, this is what we're gonna do. And me and him, I said, we're going to go over, we're going to put mud all over our face and our body. We're going to go to the Circle K across the street, and we're going to beg for money. I kid you not. Within a day, by the time we were done, I think we had collected about $50.
Okay. And did you get your racetrack?
The next day, we went to the store, we freaking bought the racetrack. And then when I got the racetrack, we played for it for like maybe a couple hours. And I told the kid, I said, here, man, you can have it.
Aww.
I said, if my mom sees me with this racetrack, dude, I'm screwed, dude. So you can keep it.
You got me there for a minute.
But it was the fact that I was driven. Like, I already knew that if I wanted something,
you got to find a way to get it.
Yeah, I went to the extremes to get it. So it's kind of like what I do here. Like, I will put my bodies to the extremes. Like, I won't do anything illegal, but I put my body to the extreme in order for me to accomplish what I've accomplished.
Nice. So
as a little kid, I can tell you guys that I was destined to be somebody at a very young age, and I knew it. I knew that I was special.